Hey, I would say good morning, but it's almost afternoon, and I guess you could say it's a good day at the farm. Sold a bull a few weeks ago, and they're coming to pick him up in just a little bit. It's a young bull that's going to go to breed just a few heifers, so the new owner is going to pick him up, and I'll turn the camera around. And he is a true north, and his mama goes back to Severa style, so it's going to be something that goes off my feed bill, which is a good thing. Well, there's the pickup trailer. Load out the bull. Well, I had an evening project. Actually, there was two projects today. I had the neighbor said I had some cows out, and it's like they never found a place where they got out. But I just weaned this group of heifers, pulled them off because there was some bulls that were getting pretty good size, and these heifers were January and February heifers. So I got them weaned and brought home. So that's a task that's out of the way. I can say that normally I would be in at the Monroe County swine show, but due to issues around the farm today, I missed that show, probably the first time in many, many years. So pretty happy I got those calves caught and in the weaning process.
Entering the arena, class number 41, class 41, our first class of market wethers, lightweight wethers. We do have one scratch. So we will have 4 entries in the class.
I don't think there's a runaway winner at all. The 5 that I like are out here in the ring, and those are the ones that I saw in class or in breed, and I said, hey, those might play at the end of the day. And so, not to take away from the other breed champions that are out here, because they all have a lot of good in them, I'm only going to talk the 5 that are in contention. We started an hour and a half late due to the goat show running over. We still got a steer show and showmanship to go on, and so I'm going to try to condense it. But I do think the decision is that close that I need to describe those 5 to you. The first one that's in the mix out here is this young man's heifer here. She is one that's really broody in terms of her type and hide. She's very good in terms of her body shape. I like her in terms of her look up front. And probably of the 5, she's one of the better moving ones. I'm not going to tell you she's perfect the way she goes, but I think she's probably as comfortable as any of them. The problem with her compared to the other 5 is she's the flattest in terms of her muscle, and she's the frailest in terms of her bone. Another one that's in contention is the other Seminole female right behind her. You really like her in terms of her length. She's really good in terms of her body shape. A heifer that's still good enough in terms of her condition. In terms of her balance, maybe she falls out a little more than the other heifers because she wants to be a little off in terms of her proportions to the front 1/3 of her body, and she can sit down with more authority, more comfort in terms of her rear running gear. The short Unicorn Plus heifer right behind her. I love her from the point of her shoulder back. She is obviously the one that's the freshest out here, and she's the one that's the best presented in terms of the fit job. I really, really appreciate how she looks out here. She's tremendous in terms of her body. She's good enough in terms of her muscle for a plus heifer. She's one that I think, even though she struggles a little out of her hock, I think she's sound enough, but I could make her go differently there. Her issue comes in the front one part of her body. She's a little shorter and thicker in terms of her neck. She's fuller in her chest than some of them that are out here in the running, but that's still one that has some really good things about her. Then the other two heifers that are in the running are the two that we just talked about. One is this maintainer heifer here. We talked about her when we made that decision. She was the powerful female, and I think she is the most powerful one that we've seen. She's tremendous in terms of her bone and foot. She's tremendous in terms of her body shape. She's really, really thick. We talked about the fact she wants to get a little underneath herself in terms of her movement. She's starting to break and settle in terms of her top line. And we talked about that the front 1/3 of her, not quite as elite as the heifer that beat her. Then we have the key heifer over here, striking, beautiful, refined, feminine feature. There's plenty of muscle and mass in her. You know, she's wanting to get a little tight in terms of her pastern. I realize that, but I can nickel and dime every single one of them out here that's going to make it into the top 5 in terms of their structure. I talked about the fact that I'd like to see her deeper in terms of her body and fuller in terms of her flank, but she's so round in terms of her rib. I still think she holds it off and puts it well together in terms of her proportions. So really good set of 5 heifers. The key heifer, it's the champion. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations, your Supreme Heifer 2024, Brooklyn Fletcher.
Hey, happy 4th of July, everyone. We're having a really nice rain shower here in southern Indiana. It's a very timely rain. Hope you enjoyed the video this week with some county fair video, some issues with trying to wean calves that kept wanting to escape. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you come back and watch next week's video, and hit that subscribe button.